Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about how anybody can start investing in Ethereum for as little as $20. And we've talked about Bitcoin and some Bitcoin related stocks in the past, but Ethereum has been on a tear lately, once again breaking over $2,000. So if you do want to start investing in this, but you don't know where to start, or you don't have $2,000 to just buy an entire coin, this video is for you. And the best part is that you're not going to have to create a new crypto account with Coinbase or anything like that, because we're actually going to be talking about an investment trust, which is very similar to an ETF that actually tracks Ethereum and its price movements. And we'll keep this one quick and straight to the point. So if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button to join the team, and make sure to leave a like if you do find any value throughout this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so you're probably familiar with the popular investment management company Vanguard, and they're responsible for creating and managing all sorts of ETFs and index funds that allow you to invest in the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and pretty much any sector in the market that you can think of just by buying this one ETF. And the idea of this is pretty simple. When you own an ETF or an index fund, you own a basket of stocks in different sectors, and then you're able to have exposure to all of these stocks for generally around a couple $100s. This way you can have exposure to all of your favorite companies, but for a fraction of the price. So that's what Vanguard does. Now, there's actually an investment management company that takes a fairly similar approach when it comes to asset management, but instead of stocks in the S&P 500, they focus on cryptocurrency. So if you were looking to invest in crypto but didn't have $2,000 to buy Ethereum or $60,000 to buy Bitcoin, you could just invest in one of their investment trusts that track all of these different currencies. And when it comes to investing in Bitcoin or Ethereum, a lot of traditional brokerages don't even give you the option to directly invest in it. You can see if I open up my TD Ameritrade account and search for ETH, there's just nothing here to buy it directly. So that's why funds like this can be a great option for the average investor who's just looking to get some skin in the game. So the company that I'm referring to is Grayscale, which is the largest crypto investment management firm in the world that has over $40 billion of assets under management, and they offer a wide variety of crypto investment trusts that are publicly traded for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Litecoin, and a digital large cap trust. And we'll get into exactly what a trust is in a little bit, but these were really just created to give any investor who wants to invest in cryptocurrency, but just might not have the option to buy it directly, the opportunity to gain some exposure. So let's dive into this Ethereum trust, because this is what a lot of people are interested in right now. So at the time I'm recording this video, one share trades for $20.39 under ticker symbol ETHE. And if we look at the investment objective or the product description from Grayscale, you can see that these shares track Ethereum's market price with less fees and expenses. And an investment trust is just a company that owns a fixed amount of a certain asset. So investors are really just pooling money to buy shares of this trust, and then as a result, they will own a specific amount of that asset just by owning the shares. So basically, Grayscale is who's actually buying the Ethereum here. As an investor, you are just buying into this trust, and then you will make money as the price of Ethereum rises, because when that happens, the value of that trust will rise. So right now, one share of this trust is equivalent to 0.01 shares of Ethereum. And the concept here is very similar to how any index fund would work. So say you owned VOO, which is an index fund from Vanguard that tracks the S&P 500. That price will rise and you will make money when the S&P rises because of what's inside that fund. So index funds are just baskets of different stocks. So when all those stocks go up, the value of that fund will also increase, but a trust is where a company owns a specific amount of one asset. So when that asset goes up, so will the price of the trust. So now let's jump back into my account and I'll show you guys exactly what this would look like if you were to invest in it. So if we go up here to the search bar and type in ETHE, we would see the Grayscale Trust pop up, and then you can see it trades just as any stock would from 9:30 to 4. And if we check out these different time frames, you can see how it's traded on the 20-day chart as well as the 1-year chart. And this is exactly how the trust has performed over the last year. We've seen a 1-month return of 35%, 3-month return of just under 38%, 31.5% year to date, and a huge return over the past 12 months of 94.75%. So these are all massive returns that were driven by the massive rallies that we've seen lately in Ethereum, which is clear when you look at that 1-month return of 35%. Now, like pretty much any investment you can make, there are a few downsides that come with investing in this trust. One of them being that there's an expense ratio of 2.5%, which is kind of high if you do compare it to index funds that are generally around 0.1% or so. And the expense ratio is also known as management fees. So this is just the amount that you're going to lose every year, which will reduce your return. But you also will not see the S&P come even close to the returns that this trust has had. Year to date, the S&P is up like 8%, while ETHE is up over 30%. And another thing to point out is that these trusts from Grayscale are traded on the OTC, or the over-the-counter exchange, which is different from what you're used to seeing with either the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. And some brokerages might charge a commission fee when stocks are traded on the OTC exchange. So usually it's around like $6 to $7, but not all of them have this. So just check with your brokerage before you do invest in something like this. It's not really a huge deal unless you're trying to day trade it or something, which then in that case, these fees can rack up. But if you do compare it to the alternative, like just buying Ethereum or Bitcoin directly through Coinbase, you'll also be charged fees when you do buy and sell, but it was just worth mentioning. And the last concern that people have when it comes to investing in trusts like this is that they can occasionally trade at a premium, meaning that the market price of ETH would be much higher than it should be based on the price per share of Ethereum. But if you look at this chart on Grayscale's website and you compare the market price of ETHE versus the amount of Ethereum per share, you can now see that they have come in and lined up much better than they have in the past, which is a good sign. So yeah, this is just one of the options that you guys have if you want to invest and gain some exposure to Ethereum. As always, I do recommend you take a closer look into it if you do want to invest in this crypto space. But if you're still here, thank you for watching all the way through. Make sure to leave a like if this video did help you out along the way. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.